Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi,
Hey
superstars.
guys.
Welcome to the panel. Welcome to the panel. We're going to have fun tonight. Let's say hi to everybody. Hi, Debbie J. How are you, sweetheart? Hi, Roger. How are you, sweetie? Hi, Cal Cal. Welcome, welcome. Fancy's my name. Hi, sweetheart. Warpath. Hello, sweetheart. Welcome, welcome. Freckleface. Hello, hello. How are you, sweetheart? Hello, Colin. Welcome. Welcome. I think it's all angel goodness. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Good. More to the stage, the better it is. So, how's everybody
Right.
on the Monday?
Susan Judge Peach, bitch, watch it.
What?
Is all I'm saying.
Huh?
What?
Susan Georgia Peach better watch it. Just saying.
Okay. She is really. Did you guys see her community post, people?
Oh, girl.
Which one?
I got screenshots of that.
Which one are you talking about? The one yesterday where she said, I can appreciate other people's opinions, blah, 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 whatever.
Oh, no, both of them.
Well, I seen 3 new ones.
There's two from today that was when I looked at them was 4 hours ago.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. Oh,
Wow.
real quick. Real quick. I hope you don't mind if I interrupt. Just real quick.
Go for it.
Colin, yesterday, when you said that, you were completely right. They were, and whoever you spoke to, and I'm very sure that it was my mom who's here with me all of the time. I'm sure it was her. Colin, we got the house. You said let it go. I
Congratulations.
did. We got the
Congrats.
house.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. I didn't even tell him what my question was or anything else, but
He is
yeah.
good. He is good.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, me and Colin and Becca's live did a reading on each other, word for word. Thought came right out, and it was all true. So
Hi, Jane Doe. Welcome, welcome. I haven't found you yet, my friend. I don't think Colin has a. I don't.
he doesn't have a channel. He only does it when he pops in chats. There he is.
Yeah, I just wanted to let him know that what he said yesterday, that, that he was spot on and that we did get the house because he didn't know what my
Mm-hmm.
question was or anything. So, excuse me.
Yes, and everybody feel free to drop your channel links down. Snoops and everybody, drop their channel links down. Everybody's welcome in here. We promote everybody and all that. So let's get on the topic. I do have a channel, but just haven't gotten a live yet. Oh, Colin, drop it. Drop your channel.
Drop it, buddy. Drop it.
I don't think he's a mod, though.
I don't think so. I've never seen him blue.
Hi, CJ. Hi, how are you? Oh, hi, Fearlow. You know what this means?
Debbie J's at it again.
I love you, Debbie J. Well, since it is, there we go. Who don't like little lammies?
Well,
yes, Colin, we are going to sub. Hi, Panda Berry. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everybody sub up to Colin's link, please. Give him.
Grab it.
Yes, and I'll grab it later. So you will have people already ready for you to go live. How are you, Panda Berry? I hope you're doing good. And thank you, Debbie J. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Good. Everybody sub up to him.
I
Yep.
just subbed.
And
I already was.
and Panda Berry and Super Snoops and all their channels. Make sure everybody's getting up there. Yeah. And Roger, we can't forget Roger. He has a sweet little channel.
I always think of Roger Rabbit.
I did too. He loves bunnies. He loves bunnies. So
I know, and that's why I think of Roger Rabbit.
That's okay. That's okay. How are you, Fear and Loathing? How are you today? Hi, Shay. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. It's great to see everybody. Anybody who has a channel, please let our subs know. And so we can drop your channel link down. All right, Super Snoops. I'm going to share your screen. And
you're going to share my screen.
Well, what you did
on my screen.
Yesterday.
Oh, you're going to share my stream. I thought you said screen. Okay,
That's what I thought you said.
We're off to a great start. My stupidity is going to spew forward from this point on. I guarantee it.
I already do. I already said that. I said it wrong. So that was all me. Okay, let's see what it is.
Oh yeah, Jane Doe has been with me since almost literally day one.
All right. There we go. I'm so sorry. So I'll grab that.
I need to apologize. What are you apologizing for?
I'm slower than dirt sometimes, you know?
Hi, my Warpath girl. I love you too. Maybe I'm just...
Okay. There you are, girl. Let's get...
At least it's not me.
Do you want to explain what you pulled up the other day?
So this is a this was a video that Susan Georgia Peach did about how toxic the drama community is. And this was her post. Now, mind you, we've all heard her say, her and Texas Girl both, they don't want to be in the middle of the drama community anymore, blah, blah, blah. So,
but
yeah.
And
yet, here we go.
And here we are.
Just saying.
Here we are. And didn't she throw the first strike? I mean, strike is yesterday, but the first out to JJJ and Flavor? Wasn't she aiming at them?
She and Texas Girl had a live stream and went all in about how it's so wrong to do all of this stuff. That's included in here too. I mean, she's Panda Berry, because everyone is going to judge other people because they want the attention, Panda Berry. They want the attention. And please don't take this wrong, because you know I support you, and I'm not saying this because I believe in it or anything, but you're an easy target.
And that's what they go for, the easy people.
Yep. If you're an easy target, because you know what I mean. I'm not saying that because I think you should be a target. I'm saying they think you should be a target because you're easy.
Let's put it this way. They look, how should I put it, for the weakest link to go after. Not many Panda Berries are weak links. That's just what they look for.
Well, Panda Barry's it's already been hashed and done and moved on.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
are
and the thing
they
of it is, it's not that it's not a matter of being a weak link. It's a matter of simply being an easy target because they don't have to do any digging. They don't
right?
have to go looking for anything on her. I mean, it's just like with Flava and everybody else, who has been doxxed. I mean, they're easy targets because they've been doxxed, but then there's really nothing to hide. There's nothing that they're going to expose that is going to be a shock
Exactly.
to anybody. But it's a way of making them feel like crap. And that's what they want. They want to make her feel like crap. And there's absolutely no reason to do that because if you don't like something, turn away.
Right. And Debbie J,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Panda isn't. Hold on.
I'm sorry, I'm hot again.
No,
This
no,
is really, oh,
it's all right. It's an upsetting topic. I know. Um, Panda isn't easy. She's a strong person. She has a very respectful channel. I agree.
oh,
I
I
We're
agree
agree.
not
with that,
saying
Debbie J. I'm not saying she's easy to. I'm saying she's easy to attack because they have ammunition against her that
Right.
they
mm-hmm.
think is going to rip her up. And that's what they try to do when they do this stuff. They try to rip you apart. I don't mean that she's easy as in she's easily broken. I mean she's easy as far as they know something that they can put out there that is going, well, it's already out there, but that they can say that is going to hurt her
Mm-hmm.
at a deep level, and that they think is going to shock everybody. And it's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. Exactly, Panda Berry. They want to
Right.
hurt
Panda
you,
Berry.
and that's what they're trying to do. So just don't let it hurt you.
Kimmy,
You,
Yes.
can you
like I
highlight
told you,
Fear
Panda,
and Loathing?
this, like I told you, Panda, this is your life. You are the
Mm-hmm.
one who has to live your life. You hold your head at the altitude that you want to be with yourself. And if you are okay with where you are and what your life is, no one, no one has a right to tell you or make you feel otherwise.
Panda Berry, we all support you as a person. We all already put this behind us. And whatever happened, happened, and it's already behind us. And why are they digging old dirt up again? Just to make them feel important. Angel, what do you want me to put up to highlight?
Read the private chat.
Okay. Okay. Let me get it.
Yeah.
She put it in the best way possible.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And it's very, I don't mean to talk bad about anybody, but I hope it backfires on them because that is so freaking, it's already done, hashed over, buried, put to the side, and we moved on. Everybody moved on. Panda Berry has a fantastic channel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and I don't know why they're even doing this other than trying to get
Because they
clicks and
they
views.
want attention. That's what it comes down to. They want attention. They are turning all of this into a big deal because I'm sorry, their channels are dying. They're trying
Mm.
desperately to save them. They decided to go back into doing the drama. But, here's the thing. If you're going to do that, you need to be very, very careful of who you're going after.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Panda Bear's right. They're looking for subs because they're dying. They need, as me and Bad Medicine puts it, okay? Every time we see a dying channel, we always say the word clear. That's the best way to put it. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for subs to revive their channel.
Yeah.
You know, they got to put those paddles on there and say clear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
there are times when I'm just willing to stand there and call time of death and let it go.
Mm-hmm.
We need to pray for Cena before grandbaby. The grandbaby's in an ICU unit, and everybody pray for that little baby to get better, to grow, to get stronger, for she can go home. And
She's
I don't mean to
gonna
change
do
the
very
subject.
well. Seen it before.
His mom was talked about Bridgetician. We're gonna try Tylenol.
You know me, I don't usually eat on a live stream or something, but I
No,
have to eat
eat,
now, so
eat.
it's quiet.
Okay,
It's mac and cheese.
but Bandaberry, I have no idea why they're coming after you. And who else's baby's sick? I just seen they were saying they're trying Tylenol.
Jane Doe.
Okay, Jane Doe. Yeah, we'll pray for the baby too. Your baby too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I had so much respect for them. I did until this, because JJJ, Freckleface is Susan Georgia Peach is going after her. Yes, no sick babies. Bless them all. Right. Hi, Shay. How are you, sweetheart? How are you? And it is so sad. I mean, JJJ's channel, the ships, this side subs are so sweet and loving. You know what I mean? And was she just going around trying to get them going around getting as many subs as they can and then move on to another community? Is that what they're doing? Because
Well, I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but as of 2 weeks, not as of 2 weeks ago, but since 2 weeks ago, they have both lost so many subs. It's ridiculous.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hands clear.
I mean,
I got a question.
Got your heartbeat back. Clear.
If I put their community post up, will I get struck?
I don't have her. I don't have any of her stuff up there. It's all full screen. So,
Hey, Amber.
So
Hi,
there's
Amber.
nothing on there that identifies her channel.
But
so she can't, as long as you add commentary, which I did a lot.
Okay.
You know.
All right, let's do it. And if I get struck, I get struck, I guess. So everybody, here we go. Cross your fingers.
I mean, it's up to you. Don't let me influence you. If you just want to read it without, but you know, I mean, it's entirely up to you. This is your channel. You take care of your channel.
Yeah. There we go. You want to read it? And I'll move it down. Hello, Amber. We miss you, girl.
They'll feed you when they feed you.
Hi, country girl. How are you? All right, here we go. I have my own Canva Pro and Canva abilities. I learned on my own by watching the tutorials and everything. on my channel
Okay.
in my fair content.
It's my fair use content.
Mhm.
Do you want me to read it or do you want to read it?
Please
it's
read
up
it.
to you.
Please read it.
Okay. I'm going to start over. Is that okay?
Please do.
That way I know where I was. I have my own Canva Pro and Canva abilities that I learned on my own or by watching tutorials. Everything on my channel is my fair use content and my creation. Jenny Jen, you've done nothing but constantly put me down, slander me, and there's no slander involved. It's her opinion. That's not slander. She hasn't said anything that detracts from your ability to use your abilities to the best of your ability. So stop it. Sorry.
No,
And
that's
act
okay.
as if I have the inability to create my own graphics and content. We don't care whether you do or not. I'm entirely capable of doing both. My channel is 100% my content. No, you use other people's content in order to make content that's not entirely your own.
Right.
My thoughts and creations. Never have I asked you for any help creating my content or graphics. Why do you consistently put people down, call them childish names, and criticize their characters? Does that make you feel superior? It makes you look foolish, in my opinion.
Right there, in my opinion. Hi, country
Kimmy.
girl. If I did say hi. Yes.
Read back chat.
Okay. All right.
That's what she got Jenny on.
Okay. There we go. How's that?
Okay. I don't want her to get you two on it because
All right.
that's
All right.
what she got Jenny for.
Yeah.
All right.
Excuse me.
Can you read the second one? Well, let's talk over the one you just read. Jenny
Yeah.
was never attacking her about her Canva. They were just wondering what she used. That was it. To my opinion, hi Wild Notes. How are you, sweetheart? Wasn't it yours opinion? That's what they were using. We're talking about what she used.
Yeah,
There was no making fun of.
Okay, for one,
nobody said that she doesn't have abilities. Nobody said anything about any of that crap.
Exactly.
She is an idiot. I've always felt that way. I've watched her, a sum total of 3 times now. Well, before all of this crap started. But I mean, I couldn't stand her before. I was subbed to her because she's one of those people who I subbed to because I felt that, it was a community offering, if you will.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody gives a crap. I mean, come on.
Canva has a free version. Anybody can go in and use the templates. I do it. I also have the paid version. I can go in and do tutorials on how to use Canva. It's not hard at all.
No.
And nobody was putting her down for it. Nobody.
And I didn't use tutorials. I don't use tutorials for Canva. Everything I learn is on my own, really. Canva is not hard at all.
No, it's not. The programs that I use now, see, I am having to maneuver my way around Canva now because I had to cancel my subscription, obviously because of things that we're saving money for and so forth. So, I had to cancel my subscription and so forth. So I'm kind of figuring my way around in the free version. But I mean, that's the difficult part for me is I was used to just using anything. And now it says, I'll click on something I like and it'll say, you have to upgrade in order to use that. And I'm like, oh crap, I forgot about that.
I mean, there's another program you can go into. You can go into AI, put the prompts or description you want, and create your thumbnails that way also. I
Oh,
mean,
I do. I use
you know,
I
it's
use 4 different programs for doing clips and for
exactly.
doing all of that stuff. I mean, because they're all different and they all do different things for me and make me happier, you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
Amber. Yeah, Fear and Loathing. It was kind of a yeah. You're basically right. Okay. Yes, it was pity.
Yep. We
Yeah,
miss you,
real
Amber.
pretty.
We
Amber
miss
needs to
you.
come back.
Oh, I agree. I
We need
agree.
her back. We miss her. We love her. Amber, girl. You don't know. I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna get you.
Okay, here's another one. 4 hours ago. Come on, come one, come all. But liquors are now welcome. Remember, Jen, you were the one that showed the tier 3 records on Panda Berry's husband and was outraged. She was in the community blaming the child. Hondo, do you remember when Flava came back and you and everyone on the panel did not welcome her in and stated it was not welcome on the ship?
But you know what? It goes back to the whole thing of I'm not 5 years old. Nobody's going to tell me who my friends are, and nobody's going to tell
Mm.
me what to do. I am not 5 years old. I can have friends and I can support people that you don't like. I can have, JJJ can have friends and like people that the rest of us don't know, don't like, whatever. I mean, each person is an individual. And if someone thinks that they are going to tell me that I should not be friends with someone because of whatever their past may hold, whatever their present may hold, whatever, it is my choice who I consort with. Period. And nobody's going to take that away from me. And
Hi,
I'm not going to try
Angela.
to take that away from anyone else. It isn't
Hello,
someone else's
Angelo.
business. Angelo, hello. I don't
To
think
me,
Angelo likes me anymore.
Yes.
I will be friends with you until you show your true colors. And so far, so many of them have showed their true colors.
Well, you've already seen my true colors here, guys. This is me. I learned from my past and I moved on. And I said I'm sorry to everybody that I hurt. Angela, if you want to pop up, come on up. Hi, Denise. Welcome. But this is who I am. What you see,
Yeah.
what you get, you know?
Mm,
I mean,
And
right, well,
and that's the thing. I mean, I don't
hi,
know.
Just Rabbit.
It
If
it
you
is
learn
up
from
to
your
each
past,
person. Well, and you know what? There are a lot of people who don't necessarily, who will associate with people who are still having problems with dealing with things in a proper way. I mean, there are people who support Michelle not because they support what she does, but because they feel like she needs people around her just like everybody else does. And I get that. I mean, they, and they think that they can help her. And obviously, you can't help everyone. But there
no.
are people who feel, and I was one of them at one time,
Thank you, Angelo. Thank
you
you.
know, but you can't judge someone by the people they support unless the people that they support are people, I'm sorry, like Michelle.
Mhm.
I just, But I'm not going to go around saying, oh, this person supports Michelle and that person supports Michelle. You need to hate this person. You need to hate that person. You need to, that's not my choice to make. That's not my right to put someone else in a position of having to choose my way or the highway when it comes to who they want to support. And it makes me mad that they keep saying, we don't care who you support. We don't, you go wherever you want. We're not into the drama, yada, yada, yada. And then they keep pulling this crap. And it's like, why are you trying to create World War III aiming missiles of, 2 missiles, one for each person? You guys are aiming missiles into a missile silo. I mean, are you kidding me? So, no, Debbie J, I agree. He has never apologized for it. He has never, I hope she gets help. Everybody deserves to have a good life. I'm sorry, but being a human being, you deserve to have a good life. But you have to work towards that, and you have to achieve that yourself. You can't rely on other people to make it happen for you, because that just isn't how it happens.
Angelo said, we do not get to tell people how they can feel about something that is done to them. We may disagree, but emotions are not the same for each person. And that means response will be vary. Yeah, that's so true.
Exactly.
That is, and JJJ has never once, or Flav never once told to unsub, to sub to anybody. You're doing it on your own, Susan Georgia Peach. You are for doing this, because you had a great support system behind you. You really did. A very kind and loving group of people that were supporting you. And out of nowhere, it was just like, an upper jab, but you know what I mean, to the chops. Out of nowhere, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And it wasn't called for, in my opinion. It really wasn't what you did to JJJ and Flavis. It wasn't called for. They did nothing to you. They didn't even speak about you until you did this to them.
Exactly. And the thing of it is, and I'm sorry, it all boils down to the same thing. None of us are 5 years old. None of us needs to be told what to think, where to go, who to consort with, who to, how we should live our lives, etc., etc. And yes, I agree. Let's leave real life out of this. And that's what most of us try to do. I mean, I will not deny, I don't know why I'm stuttering. Yes, I do. I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. There are still people over on this side who will dox to a certain extent, whatever, with public records and things like that and so forth. I get that. I mean, I have looked up information on people that's public record. I mean, I get it. And sometimes people will put stuff out just to be mean. And that was done. That's been done a few times. But it has always been, at least in my experience on here, it's always been in response to someone over, somebody who is trying so hard to hurt someone that they put them in a position of feeling that they have to defend themselves in some way. And they're not putting out information that that isn't public record. It's embarrassing, it's hurtful, and so forth. And as a general rule, just like with Panda Berry, as a general rule, we either work things out or we don't. But it's it it is a horrible thing to go into someone's personal life. Exactly, Debbie J. Things like that will cause major issues in your life. And we don't need that kind of stuff. But when you start saying, you can't be friends with someone because, they've been convicted of arson, or because of their home life, the person they're married to, or their significant other, something that they did or whatever. You know, if you did not know what someone has done in their past, if you have no idea, are you going to sit there and interview them and say, okay, so do you know anybody who's robbed a bank? When was the last time someone in your family, caged somebody? Why do you think that someone in your family shouldn't be looked into? And we come out with all of the information about everything that your family has done, down to mischanging a diaper. I mean, where are we going to stop if that's what you're going to do, is judge people by the things that they've done in their past rather than the things that they do now, and the way that they treat people now, and who they are with you
now they change. People change. Let me say hi to Mr. Pork. Welcome Jason B26. Welcome Life with Mommy, welcome in. And people's change,
yeah.
People, hi Hondo, how are you? People have changed. Flava, I love her, I really do. I don't care what she did in her past. This is not her now. This is not Flava now, what she was back in the time. You know what I mean? I know her now, and I love Flava. And
did she burn your house down?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then how do you know that she's changed? I don't think she has changed as much as I think she learned from her real life mistakes and did not bring them to YouTube for all of those thousands of people who now know what she did, because that doesn't have anything to do with us.
Right.
She didn't burn down my house. She didn't burn, and that's what I'm saying is those things are private, they are personal. And if that's something you have to do to someone, you need counseling.
Yes,
if you have to bring something like that onto YouTube in order to hurt somebody because they said something mean about you, you seriously need therapy. I'm sorry, but that is just not normal.
Oh, I agree. And I didn't know Flava back then. She could be the same personality now, but I love Flava as a whole person. I love her channel. I love how loving and caring she is, and how open and honest she is, and she speaks what's on her mind. I love that. And what she had in her past, what I have in her past, what anybody have in their past, and Snoops is right. It's nobody's business. Hi, Yanzi. If we all judge each other by the base of our worst day, none of us would have like any of us. That is right, Yanzi. So true.
Exactly.
So true.
And I mean, the worst time of your life is the worst time for someone to determine whether they support you or not, because sometimes that worst moment is so down and so bad that, you know, like Yinzi said, none of us would like any of us, you know?
Exactly.
But that's the thing. If you're going to judge someone based on their worst day, then you're looking for reasons to dislike them, or you are so massively judgmental that you want yourself surrounded by perfection. Good luck.
Right, Denise. Not everyone's action defines them for the rest of their lives. We are all human and make mistakes. Exactly.
Exactly.
You know. Hi, Living Life. How are you? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And like I said yesterday, you know, how many of us, and don't raise hands because I don't want to actually know, but how many of us, but for the grace of God and a blind police officer or a lack of a police officer, are walking free only because we got away with it, not because we didn't do it. I mean,
Right, right. Hi, Living Life. Welcome in. I don't care if you're late or whatever. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm sorry you didn't get notification. We are discussing Susan Georgia Peach and her community post, what she put up and what's going on and everything. Let's go back and read. No one controls my channel or content but me. Texas Girl and Best of Truth SYT had absolutely nothing to do with my videos or opinion. Stop with the narrative that I am so weak and being controlled. I have a mind of my own and will create and post whatever I choose on my channel, whether it agrees or not. Everyone on this platform has a right to their opinion and should not be ridiculed for voicing it.
Sorry, but that part right there pisses me off because when I had my opinion in her chat, how's that she went after me for having my opinion?
well, and I get tired of this thing of, you know, now, granted, yesterday I did say it's my channel, it's my choice. But I do get tired. But that was a situation where I believe that was warranted. But I do get very tired of creators who say it's my channel, and you know, if you don't agree, then you know, goodbye. You know, I mean, opinions are something. Opinions are a very important thing for us to have, because if we don't have differing opinions, then we can't have discussions about what is differing in those opinions. You know, if we have different opinions about something and we don't discuss it, neither one of us is going to learn and grow.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Maybe what somebody did in their past that somebody's thinking about doing now, and they learn from somebody saying, hey, I did this and this is how it turned out.
I have an example. Sorry, Amber, but I have to do this. If I just say I judge Amber for what she did in her past, I wouldn't be friends with her today because of her past. I don't judge people like that. What your past you did in your past is in your past. I judge you for what you do today.
Yes.
Sorry, Amber, but I love you.
We all love you, Amber.
Well, if I was going to judge people by their past, okay, so I used to be in Bombshell's chat. Excuse me, a long time ago, before I went into Bob's chat. And, you know, So, no, Lily, no, that's not your bed. That is Daisy's bed. Get out. I'm sorry.
But
Uh-oh.
Stacy's
She
bed looks
likes-
so much better.
Get out of
And
Daisy's
softer.
bed. I'm sorry, guys. No,
Angelo says
that's not
emotions
yours.
are 3 triggers: in the moment, through the moment, and after the moment. True emotions are typical after the moment has passed. So true.
Right. But the thing of it is that if I were, so here's my thing. If I were to, you can stop too. If I were to, if I were to distance myself and refuse to, if I were to refuse to have anything to do with people from bombs, from from bombs area, from her community, then I would be in pretty poor shape because there are a lot of people from her community that I truly like and who are over here now.
Yeah.
So many of them. Same thing with, Michelle, same thing with Bot. There are so many people who, if I refuse to have anything to do with them, I would be very, very hard up because, they're good people and there are a lot of them. If I were going to judge them based on the fact that they used to support those people, then, what kind of hypocrite am I? Because I used to.
Yeah, me too. Me
I
too.
think that's stupid. You're judging someone by who they consort with, who they are friends with, or who they were friends with, whose community they were in. And if that's the way you're going to decide things, again, you're going to sit down and interview them? I mean, come
Yeah.
on. Grow up, people. And if you don't like what's going on with someone else's channel, please do this. Please, I have one piece of advice, and it's one word: leave.
Yeah.
That's
YouTube is
it.
a big place with many, many channels. You know, if you don't like, instead of calling JJJ out, she should have just done her own thing and continued on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just, it just it just baffles me. It really, really. Mm. All right, here we go. Copyright lesson. Who's stupid or stupider now? Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Hi, Viper. Welcome, welcome.
Stupid is, stupid does.
I know. I know. Let me read
Hi,
this.
Angela.
Hey,
Who's
I don't
Amen.
think
hello,
you like
Snoops.
me anymore.
What?
I don't think Angela likes me anymore.
Oh,
Why?
stop.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
All right, listen to this, guys.
I do that
Copyright-
to everybody.
Copyright lesson. Who's stupid or stupider now? Jenny, Jen. Literally, copyright logo cannot be shown without owner's permission, even if it was shown on someone else's clip. When striking a live stream for copyrighting a timestamp, will show entire video until YouTube send it to the email to the copyright owner for details. The email requests the copyright certification and pictures of the copyright icon along with the actual timestamps, which is provided. Do you remember I told you I had copyright my icon and you were all excited because I would be able to strike Bombshell if she showed it? How about a couple weeks ago when you were restreaming Bot and you said you hope I struck her for playing the clip of my stream? You laugh when I struck Bombshell, but now it's not funny. You got struck.
Okay, so here's my thing about that. Yeah, Jenny said you could strike Bombshell. You chose not to. But when it came down to the whole thing with JJJ, you struck her. Why did you strike
Right
her?
away.
Not because she used it, not because she used it and showed it. She didn't use it, but because she showed it. Um, you did that simply to be petty and to be vicious. You didn't
Yeah.
do it to Bombshell because you didn't want to be petty and vicious. Was what you implied when that all went down. But yet you did it to JJJ just to be petty and vicious because she was saying things that you didn't like it. And you
Or
didn't
didn't
like
want
it.
to come out, or did not want to come out.
Oh, Cal, she did strike her? Oh, okay. I thought she
Yep,
didn't
she
at that
did.
time.
No, she struck JJJ.
Oh, okay. My apologies. I
Oh,
was
she did
mistaken. I was
strike
She
Bomb.
mistaken.
struck Jenny midstream. Jenny's
Mm-hmm.
life went down at the minute she struck her. And we were always wondering what happened.
Yep.
She struck
Yep.
that's why I told Kimmy, be careful of the logo because that's what she struck Jenny on.
Well, if I go down, everybody knows why. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. It is what it is.
Susan
Susan.
Georgia Peach struck her.
Mm-hmm. Susan Georgia
And
Peach. That
but
last one.
wait, when
Okay.
Bombshell heard about it, Bombshell laughed at it.
Really?
Yes, she did. She acted stupid on her live. Like, oh, did she really get struck? You knew that Jenny got struck because of that post you made, you dumb bitch.
So it sounds like she's making her bed in with Bot and Bombshell, maybe?
Probably. Yep, Cal, she sure did. She laughed and started up a live.
Mm-mm. So how are you, Angelo? How are you doing today?
Oh, me, peachy. Pardon the pun. But anyways, yeah, no, I'm in college doing my master's program, and I'm actually working. Well, the thesis is not due for like a year, but I'm still working on the thesis now just to have a head start on it. And my thesis, just to keep people aware, no names are being used in my thesis, but my thesis is on YouTube.
Perfect.
Oh, I would love to read that one.
So it's for my
Perfect.
it's for my psychology degree with a minor in childhood trauma and counseling.
Hey, Kimmy.
Yeah.
Kimmy, real quick. I'm sorry. Remind me to delete my channel later.
Okay. Or private
Thank
Stop
you,
it.
because
Stop it.
Angelo knows where I'm going with that.
Or
So
private it.
the title, I'm going to read you the first paragraph, but the title of it is Social Media, the Death of Innocence, How Social Media is Destroying Lives, by the one and only Angela.
Perfect.
So here's the first paragraph, and I think it's important that people hear this because the evolution of social media platforms, not just YouTube, but platforms in general that promote and advocate for reaching out through social media to be inclusive and to talk about lives and to make yourself better, which is the intention. That was the intention.
Right.
So it starts out with, I've been part of social media since its inception. It started with games and message boards, but has evolved into private chats, live streams, and full-on battles of right and wrong. I wish I was able to say that I'm innocent in this, but the fact is, I'm also a participant. While I want to excuse my behaviors for the greater good, the simple fact is that participation makes me just as much as part of the problem as those I intend to write about today. Social media is the last great frontier for predators, pedophiles, and scammers, liars, and hate-filled agendas by those seeking to do emotional and psychological, and in more cases now, real life damage to another person's life, including family members who may or may not even be on social media. That's the first paragraph. Now, it is 17,825 words long so far.
Perfect.
So I delve into a lot of stuff. But that's my thesis for my master's degree. And the reason why I bring this up is because one of the first things I've learned, even in life, I didn't know terminologies when I was a kid about emotional terminologies and things like that. But as I'm older and more advanced in education and life experience, I've learned categories.
Mhm.
YouTube and platforms like it are made up of varying emotional triggers. And I say there's 3 stages to it. There's the in the moment emotional trigger, where in most cases people that respond in the moment emotionally are coming not from a point of where they normally would be, but from a triggered point of view where the immediate need is to lash back out to hurt the person that's hurting them, regardless of what level that hurt is. Most cases, those people are going to match that level of hurt.
Yeah.
Then there's the emotional response, which is through the event. What that means is that as the event unfolds, the emotional level matches the emotional level of what's triggering them. And then as the emotional level comes down, so too does the response emotional level trigger. And then there's after the moment. That's an important one on this platform because Flavor's displayed it, Panda's displayed it, you've displayed it, I've displayed it, Hondo's displayed it. Everybody has displayed the after the moment trigger emotion. And that's the one where you come back into your reality and your senses. And typically people who are of good nature, like they care, they have an emotional connection with ensuring that people are okay. That's where they reflect back on the previous 2 stages, the in the moment and through the moment triggers of their responses. And then good people, naturally empathetic people, begin to regret those things, which is something that Flavor has demonstrated.
Yes.
And that's the key difference between the responses given by a person to another person, because typically the person you're responding to, and this is why I say it's hard to fight people who are mentally unstable on this platform, because those people, when they come through and after the moment, when they're done, they don't have that reflection because they generally do not care. They do not care. And that's the difference between holding people accountable regardless of if they have mental health illness issues or not versus not holding them accountable. It doesn't mean that I agree with the way the battles go, because I myself have been involved in dozens of them. But upon reflection, as I said, after the moment, when you reflect back on your actions, you come to a conclusion that what you did on your own was wrong. You're typically sympathetic and you try to apologize, which, if you're apologizing to somebody who has the same empathy level, those responses, those apologies are typically receptive. But when you're apologizing to somebody who does not have the ability of empathy, the apology means nothing to them. And don't expect an apology from them, because those apologies are often hollow. They're not real. They're attempts to avoid a consequence for a behavior that you had displayed. That's where this platform is. And there's a lot of other faucets, of course, between sides and pairs and groups and who likes who and who doesn't like who. But ultimately, I'm here because people found it in their hearts to forgive me for things that I've done in the past. And that's supposed to be the synapse of these channels. We're supposed to afford abilities for people to apologize and make changes. And they have to be effectively visually seen changes, which Flavor has made, even Panda has made. I'm
Yes.
I'm responsible for some of the shit that Panda had to go through. I'm empathetic. I'm apologetic for it. I believe in the responses that I made based on the information I had at the time were the correct responses that I made. And after doing those responses and seeing the results of the investigation and what transpired after that, I did not have all the information. So to say somebody's on this platform supporting a spouse of a tier 3 without having all of the details of what that tier 3 is, we can't really make a conclusion of what's going on. I know she
Right.
was investigated. I know she was cleared. And I know that the laws in that state are very different than many other states. So if he weren't doing what he was supposed to be doing, he would not be free. That's the case. Since he's
Right.
free, he's following the limits of what it is he's supposed to have. It's not true that he can't go to a school. He can go to a school. He can go and spend time with his grandkids. What we perceive to know based on our own state's laws don't match with what's going on in that state, and that's their state. We don't have any control over that. So I was wrong at the end of the day, but right in the beginning for based on the information I had. And I can't undo that. And I can't sit here and say, well, I shouldn't have done that, because I can't change that. All I could do is be apologetic. Hey, I didn't have all the information. I made a mistake. And it's on her whether or not she forgives me. Not anybody that supports her. Anybody that supports her, I'm not interested in their forgiveness or their ability to keep me as a monster. That's irrelevant to me. They're not part of the emotional equation. The emotional equation is me, Panda, and her family. And if they forgive me, then fine. If not, that's also fine. I can't undo it. But we cannot expect people to change who they are without giving the option to accept them as they make those changes. Otherwise, we're just hollowed voices. We're just saying things, but we're not following through with them. That's not fair.
And one thing I've learned, Panda Berry, is I grew in what your laws is and all that. And also, hi, I see everything. How are you? And also, I put myself into Panda Berry is her own person. Her husband is another person that's not even on YouTube. So I support
Correct.
Panda Berry, and Panda Berry is doing the right thing to protect her grandchildren, and I support her.
Yeah.
And so, like I said,
But see,
if
I knee jerk reaction. My knee jerk reaction was an in the moment emotional response, which is I'm a victim of crimes like that. I'm hearing the story. It's an obligation to report it.
right,
Right. That's the, and then through the moment, as more details about her from her came forward, and as research was completed by me, this is why the real life thing is it's a really, really gray line, because we do have to know who we're supporting and why.
right,
I mean,
Exactly.
whether or not that information gets used as a weapon, that's the difference between, to me, and doxing maliciously and doxing for assurance. You know what I'm saying? So by researching her states and researching the laws and researching the background of that case to the best of my ability, she was telling the truth. So
yes,
that's through the moment. I had to have an emotional response through the moment. So now after the moment, my response is I was wrong. So I had to correct things, which is what she was
yes,
saying was true. I was wrong. But again, it doesn't change what I did. And like I said, I'm not reading chat, so I apologize. But if she accepts my apology, it's great. I have learned from it. If she doesn't accept my apology, I can still learn something from it. And then I also lose, which is I lose the ability to make a connection with somebody from a different side of the experience. So
right.
that's my loss, not hers. But I'm not here to make the subscribers my friend. And I'm not here to make the hosts my friends or the
Right.
panelists my friends. That comes naturally through the evolution of the interactions that we have. And people
Right.
either accept who I am for what I am. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and say, I don't dox and I won't dox, because that's not true. That would be a lie. I think in instances where we're supposed to be protecting innocence, we need to realize that requires you to go real life sometimes. You know, if somebody had gone real life on that lady, the YouTuber there, 8 passengers and going lady, what was her name? I forget her name, but anyways, she's in
Frankie.
jail. Frankie, thank you.
Frankie.
If
Yeah.
somebody had gone real life on her, imagine the years of torment you could have saved those kids. But there's these unspoken rules and sometimes spoken rules about doxing. Well, if somebody had done that, somebody like Viper Group had been around to see that going on, and we may have been able to prevent years of torment on children. It's okay to make a call to start an investigation. If there's nothing to be found, I've said this numerous times, nobody should be afraid of CPS investigating you if you have nothing to hide. It's an in and out visit, a simple conversation with you, a conversation with your kids. And if everything's good, in 6 weeks, usually the case is closed. So that's the mentality people have to have. If you truly have evidence of people doing harm to kill kids or making statements about levels of pedophilia that are on this platform, and you don't know the truth, and then the responsibility is, if you determine that the truth is wrong and you were wrong, you have to accept responsibility for that and whatever comes with it. That's the case, you know.
Well, and see, that's my problem on here with people doxing other people is I don't think that it's wrong to put out information that has been investigated and proven, and that, you know, that serves the betterment of the community that you're in here, just like if it serves the community that you live in, you know, things like that. If that information is proven to be correct, and if you have all of the information, then yes, I am for that. I don't consider that doxing. I consider that being aware and spreading information and giving people the information that they need in order to know who they are interacting with. But when you go digging into someone's life, and what I consider doxing actually is when you go into someone's life and you find something about that person and their past or whatever, and you don't investigate far enough to actually find all of the information. Just like, I'm going to use Panda Berry as an example again. You know, had the information been there about the differences in state laws, and had people delved into
You
what
want me to drop the link
all
for
was
Panda? She wants to
involved
come up.
I
in
already
the
did.
logistics.
Oh, damn, you're fast.
Excuse me. Had people known all of that, the judgment for a lot of people probably would have been different. Not necessarily their reactions to the information about things, but their reaction to what her life consists of.
I agree, Stu. And how that information is used is relative as well. Like, so
Exactly.
as I'm doing the research, like, I got phone numbers, I got contact information. I don't mean to scare you, Panda, but it's
you're
about
good.
being honest. It's
Yeah.
about being honest. I got a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of information about her family and her and everything. But none of it was revealed. None of it was given to anybody. None of it was used. I've known none of her family was contacted by me. I read official documents. I read official laws. I looked at what the law said. I looked at how the laws were outlined. And after going back and listening to her responses, because some of the things were rushed responses that she was giving, which is,
Yes.
you know,
Yes, very much so.
it is what it is. So I took that for what it was. But when she calmed and she actually went through the progress of the story and how things happened and why her husband's able to have these things and do these things, it lined up with the law of that state. So I no longer had a valid reason to launch another investigation after the first one was done, because she proved it with her statements, her follow-up statements, and she proved it because those statements leveled with what the law said.
Right.
And it doesn't mean, because people are confused, like the laws are the same in every state for every kind of pedophile. It's not.
And,
Yeah.
and,
It's
let,
not the
and let me
same.
just say this real quick. So my husband was never put in jail, not one day. Okay. He never spent one day in jail. Okay.
Correct.
Because because he took his lie detector tests and they all came back that he did not do anything. But those are not admissible in court. But because he was scared to death, he went ahead and pled no contest or what is that word? I don't even know that word. No contrende or whatever. Because he was scared that he would wind up going to prison. He was terrified. He's a very small man, and he's very scared of jail. You know,
And let me explain. Pause that for a minute. Let me explain why that was dangerous and why he did in my opinion, he took the right choice. And it sucks because it's years and years. But here's why: a witness on a stand in front of a members of jury and in front of a judge telling a story, whether truthful or not, will weigh heavily on the hearts of people who have children. And I say this because I had the same triggered response when I reported it.
Right.
I came from a victim standpoint. I came from listening to one side of the story. I didn't do any investigation. I was like, nope, this has got to get reported. And I made a phone call. I
completely think that you did the correct thing. Okay. Honestly, I think that you did the correct thing. You were worried about children, and I get that totally.
Yeah.
So you did not do anything wrong, sweetheart.
It still hurts.
My grandchildren are my
like that.
Oh, I understand that. I obviously was dealing with more than what I thought I was dealing with at the time with my mental health. So I was glad after I did that I got the help that I needed. So, you know, it just always, if you feel a little tinge of maybe something's not right, go on your gut. Always protect the babies. Always. Okay. You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You know,
I appreciate that. It doesn't make me feel bad, but I mean, I do appreciate it.
I don't have any hard feelings towards anybody. Oh, you know, what it did was it opened up my eyes to know that there are so many people out there that actually do care about children as much as I do, you know, and know that, you know, they're not going to let somebody, you know, come into their community that could possibly be a threat. And that's awesome. And I love that, you know, because my granddaughter's on this platform as well. Unfortunately, her mother lets her be on here. So it's kind of worrisome to me that, you know, that she gets in there, you know, on these chats or not on the chats, but she does like TikTok videos and she posts them on YouTube. And I'm like, you shouldn't let her do that. That's scary because I showed her the other day how to, showed my daughter how to do the, to see who's viewing you. So the statistics show that 30% of the people that are viewing her are men ages 30 to 40 years old.
No.
I wish I could say I was surprised.
Yeah. Well, I was
thinking
surprised
it
it's
was
that
going to
low.
be pretty high. Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that low, to be honest with you.
You know, she only has like 100 and something followers. So I told her, I said, you got to get her off of YouTube. I said, this is not a good place. I said, and never again on TikTok. I said, this is wrong. I said, there's gross people looking at my grandkid, and I don't like it. So,
But see, look at it this way. If she has 100 and some odd followers, that's 30 to 40 men who are viewing that girl.
correct.
How
Correct.
many, you know, and how many of those are viewing them,
And of those
her
30,
because they think that she's cute and they love kids and they're just watching because, oh, that's really cute. I like that. And how
no,
many of them are watching
because they're
for
sick
other
asses.
reasons?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
correct.
you got to
And
also
how
take
many?
into
How
account
many?
how many are sharing it.
That's what I was
Well,
going to
okay,
say. How many
so
sharing?
that's another thing. There was over 75 shares.
Yeah, see,
Mm.
So that's a scary thing.
Scary as hell.
So that means that 75 people shared her post of her, and now who knows how many people those people shared it with,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
and where and what place, what platform is it on now? You know,
Mhm.
That's
and
that's
what I
the
tried to
scary
tell my
part.
daughter. I said, that's disgusting. I said, you got to think about that stuff before you let your 8-year-old daughter go online.
That's
You know,
why I'm
she's
making my thesis on YouTube. I think that as much as I hate the government regulating things, I think social media is something that needs to be regulated across the board with the same
Mhm.
law for every state so that police and agencies can start equipping themselves with cyber crimes, because that's the new age.
right.
Yes.
Right.
But I
I
just
mean, if you
wanted
go,
you to know,
I
Viper,
appreciate
that
it.
I am so glad that you did what you did. Honestly, it made me know that there's somebody out there that actually cares, you know, and that
I also want
actually
to state this.
is doing
I
that.
can't tell you why I know, but I do know that the witness recanted several
Yes,
years
she
later.
did.
I wish there were ways that your husband can go and get things changed, and unfortunately, it's made to
It
be
is what it
very
is.
expensive.
Yeah, it is what it is, and it would cost a lot of money. You know, we're talking tens of thousands of dollars, and I'm not willing to pay that, and neither's he, for something that he didn't do in the first place. So the only effect that it has really on him right now, because he's in compliance with everything, is we don't leave state. Big deal. He
Oh,
can't
you
go
got a
to a
big enough
park.
state with lots of stuff anyway.
Correct. We can't go to parks, or he can't go to parks with playground equipment. He doesn't. I mean, he's 50 years old. He doesn't go there anyway. Um, you know, and he doesn't do Halloween because of the law in Missouri. You can't go out on Halloween, between
But
specific hours. So,
but
and he,
contrary to what was being said, I want to correct that though. He can go to the school.
yes, he can.
There's a reason why he can go to the school. I know the reason. You guys know the reason. I'm not going to release the reason, but there
Right.
are reasons why he can go to the school. He can be around his grandchildren.
Yep.
There's reasons why he can be around them.
Yep.
And
they
in some
spend the night
cases,
here
your neighbor's
occasionally,
kids.
and
Yeah,
you know.
I get it. I get it. And like I said, I should have done my due diligence before I did the call.
But
which
you
made
did
things
what you
a
were
lot easier.
supposed to do, especially if you're a mandated reporter. I was sexually molested as a child by my own father. Okay. He was a big old
Wow.
piece of crap.
I'm
So,
so sorry.
I know, I would never let my grandkids be around somebody that would harm them. I've known this man my whole life, and I know he would never hurt a kid. And so when this happened to him, it was devastating for him. And it brought us closer, because I knew him from childhood, and he's just not that person. And unfortunately, the ex-wife used her child to,
How
do
sick.
this.
That
Hey,
was
Panda.
evident. That was
Panda.
evident after the fact, but yes, that was also. And like I said, I don't release things because it
Oh no,
it's gonna
Kimmy, no.
it would be weaponized, and that's
Right.
not my
Right.
intention. My intention is
Hey,
not to weaponize somebody's trauma.
No.
Right.
We just, his ex-wife is, she's a different type of breed. So I'll just say that. And we
Hey,
just don't.
Panda, do me a
I
favor.
saw,
Read a private
I
chat for me.
saw that, honey. I saw the back
Okay.
chat, and no, because we're good. We
You
live our
sure?
life. Yes, we live our life, and we're okay with how it is right now.
Well, if you ever change your mind, you just reach out to me, okay?
I know.
Promise me that.
Oh, well, of course, but I would never
Okay.
want anybody to help with that, because, this is something that, the if we wanted to, it could be over with. It's just, it's not affecting us. It really isn't affecting us. The only time that it affected us was, you know, when it was brought to YouTube, but it is public information anyway. So I wasn't as upset about that, you know. I just freaked out because DFS came to my home and I was like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know, but they were, you know, I knew that, I knew that they were here to do their job, and, you know, when they left, they, you know, it was fine. It just, it struck me. Apparently I was, I'll just say, apparently I was not emotionally as stable as I thought I was to handle anything like that coming at me, you know.
That would be
And
hard.
That's
That
my
would be
biggest
hard.
regret, because that's not always, that wasn't my intention, obviously.
oh,
And
I know that. I know that.
I trust this. I trust the state very little, Grant, because of my own experiences with them and
Oh,
the
I
shit
know.
that they put me through.
Trust me.
So it wasn't an easy thing to do.
I know, but you did the right thing. Know that in your heart and in your head, okay? Always.
I appreciate that. That helps me, to be honest with you. That relieves that's like, see, that's the thing when I was saying, like, people with actual empathy, like, that thing sat on my heart. Like, I'm like, oh my
I know.
God,
And I knew it did.
investigated, and it turns out to be, I mean, because this is, the investigators can't tell me stories about what they talked about with you guys. All they can tell me, because I didn't do it anonymously, so that's why I told you my name too.
Right.
It was because they're like, hey, look, there's nothing going on. They're following the law. They have a right to do this and that and this and that, and I didn't know those things.
Yeah.
So, like, I have to accept responsibility for the part I played in it. It doesn't matter whether it was unfounded or not. It still affected you mentally, and for that, I'm forever, you know, regretful that it did that.
Well, I appreciate that. But just know that you did the right thing, okay? Because you have to be there for those kids. Always, 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 always protect the kids before you care about anybody else's feelings or what might affect them. Okay. Know that the children need to be protected first. Everyone.
I appreciate that. You're a very gracious person, and I do appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to jump out, guys.
Thank
love
you so
y'all
much
so
for coming
much.
up, Panda. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Panda,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
before you go, may I say something to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm not a horrible person. I hope you know that.
I know that.
I'm not going to say anything horrible. But one thing that I will definitely say about this is that I think a lot of us learned some very valuable lessons from this event.
Yes.
Yes.
I know I certainly did. And I think you have handled everything with so much grace and so much peace. And I truly appreciate that you have done that, because so many people could have reacted so much differently. And you handled all of it, including speaking with all of us, so much better than you could have.
Right.
And I appreciate you for that. I appreciate you for the grace and for the truly respectable ways in which you did speak to people.
I just want people
you got
to
over
know.
Jenny.
Right. I just want people to know that, you know, this can happen to any of us. Okay.
Yes.
What happened to my husband can happen to anybody. And you can quickly be hemmed up by somebody that, you know, wants to hurt you because, you know, they don't want to give you a divorce. I mean, this was all over a divorce. I mean, this was ridiculous, you know, and unfortunately this just happens to be his life now.
Yeah.
And I'm along for the ride, you know, and
I apologize for rehashing it, but I had to address it because
no, you're good.
The post that Susan made was inaccurate based on.
Yeah, she needs to shut her mouth. She has no idea what she's talking about.
Based on, I mean, and I care about her too, which is what's making this hard, because it's not a group of people supporting a woman with a tier 3 sex offender. I have no issues with sex offenders in general. I have an issue with sex offenders that are using the platform, which he is not doing.
No, he will not get on here ever.
you're using the platform, and the information that was put out was incorrect. So it's my job as the person that initiated the call to stand on the facts, which are he has not violated anything. He is not doing anything wrong. He is within the limits of what his paperwork states he can do. And contrary to what people want to think, he's allowed to be around his grandkids. He's allowed to go to a school. I'm not going to say and tell people why I know he's allowed to do that. Do your research.
And he's never touched anybody.
Yourself.
That's the thing. That's what I want everybody to know. He's never touched anybody. He's never spent one night in jail. And trust me, if he touched somebody, he would be in prison in Missouri.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Yeah, he would.
I mean, you fart the wrong way, you're going to jail in Missouri. Seriously. So
that's what makes me sick. People that it is hard enough for the real victims. Now, when somebody's crying wolf and an innocent man is being,
you know, and
like,
I
that's effed up.
Right. And I probably came off really, really bad about the daughter, because everybody looks at her as a victim, and she is a victim. Okay. She's a victim of what her mother did to her.
Bingo.
But
yeah.
And I am angry. Okay. I'm still angry. He's not angry anymore. He's okay. You know, I'm angry. I'm angry that this has affected our lives together, you know, so much. And I'm angry that the daughter didn't go back to court and say, look, I mean, she went to the judge and wrote him a letter, but you know, I'm just angry about the whole thing in general. Let's just put it that way, because it never happened. Nothing happened. And that's the thing. It was all a vicious. Just know that it can happen to anybody. Yeah, it can happen to anybody.
And false allegations, by the way, folks, take away the sting between us victims that are survivors.
Yes.
Because it makes it harder for us to tell our story, because now we get scrutinized even more and more and more.
Yes.
Because there is the fear of false.
To this day, his daughter still tries to reach out to him, and he will not have anything to do with her because of this. He refuses. He's like, no, I can't do that. You know, she tries to contact me, and I block her on social media. I block her on everything. And we don't need extra issues in our life, you know?
Right.
So we just stay away from her.
Well, hopefully the laws catch up and things change where he can clear his name, and you got to hold that mom responsible, because to me, that mom is as guilty as an actual tier 3 sex offender, in my opinion.
Yeah, she is. I mean,
that's horrible shit to do to you've destroyed your kid. You've destroyed a relationship that could have been had. You destroyed another man's life.
Correct.
You destroyed his family's life, and that to me is just as reprehensible as an actual.
And she does not care. She could give two shits. Seriously, she could not care less. You know.
Too bad they can't.
And that's okay, because she's going to have to answer to the big guy. So there's that.
Yeah. But you know, if it finds out it was a lie, which they did, then she should be facing jail for doing that.
She should be.
But
yeah,
I mean,
you know, that's for him to pursue, and I can't force him to do it. So, and I'm not going to, because I know it's hard. It's hard enough to have your child say that about you, and then it's really hard to go after your child, you know.
Yeah.
Trust me, if anybody knows false allegations, I've seen enough of them against me on this platform, so I get it. I get it. So,
well, I'm going to jump down, guys. I love you all so much. You guys have a nice night. Bye, honey.
Thank you.
You have a great night.
Thanks. You too.
So
go ahead.
The 3 levels of emotion, like I said, she's just displayed those. Those are the 3 levels of emotion with a person that has the ability to show empathy and reasoning and logic and understanding. She didn't have to forgive me. She could have made me have that sit on my heart until I died. She could have, and she had every right to. Okay, but she has a lockdown on the emotion. So I think you're a lot more emotionally sound than you give yourself credit for, Panda, to be honest. But in the moment, it's very hard to recognize those things because in the moment, our response is to lash out and respond in the same manner that's being done to us, and that's the differential on this platform. We have to navigate those things. We don't always see it because in the moment, like we are right now, it's very emotionally high and driven with almost a kind of a one-sided view. This is wrong because this and that, and we're forgetting to take into account the other emotions outside of our emotions. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yep. Very true. Very true. Well, I just found out JJJ is live about
Oh.
bots.
My bad.
So I'm going to end this so we can all go to JJJ's.
Oh, that's
thank
right. This is your panel. Oh, jeez. I'm fine.
Yeah, and the stream, Snoops, and the stream.
Okay.
I
all
always say I'm going to hang up because I forget how to say end the stream. I love
Well,
you guys.
Love you
And-
too. And that's great, Bradley. And I'll be going on ICU2 now, my paranormal channel Thursday. Please drop in. Viper has a channel, and so does Snoops. We're going to see you guys and JJJ's in a few minutes. Love you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
Bye.
for having me up. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
Angela,
Anytime.
real quick, we got the house.
Yes.
We got the house.
I know we
Okay,
do.
love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Down the street with your red lips and funky beat, you better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around, can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull stars from wild. Now the morning is the afternoon. We lay awake in bed. It laughs so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
I want to thank Super Snoops for coming on the panel and helping me explain what was going on with Susan Georgia Peach. I want to thank Viper and Angel of Goodness and Panda Berry for coming on panel. I want to thank everybody who came in on my chat to speak and everybody in the bushes. Here's a big hug to you guys from Kimmy Love. Redneck Grandma loves you. I'll see you on Rumble at JJJ's. Bye.